As the biting cold of a winter morning nipped at his heels, a heavily built young man labored against the unyielding wind. With each step, the burgeoning weight of his body screamed in protest, but he pressed on. His breaths came out in ragged gasps as beads of sweat mingled with tears. Each yard won was a trophy, yet a mocking reminder of the prison his body had become. Amid the shadows of the early dawn, he was alone on a journey no one else could understand, one forged in the crucible of relentless determination, a race not against other men, but against the man he was yesterday. His name was David Goggins.
With us is Dave Goggins, retired Navy SEAL.
Retired Navy SEAL David Goggins.
The hardest motherfucker on planet Earth.
He's just an absolute savage.
Goggins is described as one of the toughest men on the planet.
You are a guy that, for a lot of people, you sort of embody the idea of hardening your mind and figuring out a way to do things that most people think are impossible. You've sort of become that guy. How'd you become that guy?
You know what? I grew up not that guy. They see me now as the guy that, with his shirt off, who can do 4,030 pull-ups in 17 hours, who can run 205 miles in 39 hours, who can do all this crazy shit. But what they don't understand is they don't understand the journey that it took me to get to this point.
Born in Buffalo, New York, David Goggins had a rough start in life, filled with violence and hatred. His home was a tough place, and the world outside seemed just as harsh. David found comfort in food, which over time became a problem. After bouncing between unfulfilling jobs, David found himself weighing almost 300 pounds. He saw a chance to change his life in the military, but first he had to overcome his past and his weight to become a Navy SEAL. The day David Goggins looked at himself in the mirror was the day his life started to change. He saw not just an overweight young man, but someone with a lot of unused potential, a fighter waiting to break free from fear. That image in the mirror was both a harsh reality and a spark for change. His first tries to meet the tough standards of the Navy SEALs failed. His body couldn't keep up with the hard training. But each failure made him more determined. His daily hard workouts were a test, improving his mind, courage, and body. The days turned into nights, pain became a familiar feeling, and failure became an enemy to beat. After many hard tries, David Goggins not only finished the tough training, but became a symbol of never giving up among his peers. The change wasn't just physical, it was a deep change in who he was, a sign of the strong spirit of a man who refused to be held back by his past. His journey didn't stop with becoming a Navy SEAL. It was just the start of a life aimed at breaking limits. You see, in life, in your life, what you think is your limit is often just a fear created by past failures. David Goggins' story is a light showing the way to break free from self-made limits. It asks you to face the hard things, to step into your fears, and come out stronger. Look at the person in your mirror, accept the potential you have, and start on a path to push what you believe is possible. The sweat, the tears, and the strong will to face the impossible are what will mold you into a stronger version of yourself. Keep trying to improve, challenge the usual, and remember, your only rival is the person you were before. Subscribe to Leaders of Tomorrow to keep getting inspired by stories that light the fire within to chase the remarkable in the everyday. Thank you for watching and stay inspired.